Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Just Watched. I am Devin. With me is Billy.
Another Just Watched? Inconceivable, Devin!
You keep using that word, but I don't think it means what you think it does. Yes, so Princess Bride was on the docket. And what can we talk about in this movie? If you haven't seen this movie, go watch this movie.
Yeah, where have you been?
Where have you been? This is the most memeable movie. You see it all over the place on the internet.
Oh, God, yes.
Like, it blew up from... Because I don't think it was very good when it came out.
No,
It was like an overlooked gem, is really how I gathered.
yeah, I remember a few talking about it back in high school, and it was like, what movie? I'm like...
Yeah. Like, I seen it at my friend's house. The first time I ever watched it was like, I seen it and I was like, you own... It looked like the title, Princess Bride, does not look like a manly action movie or a horror movie that my friend was into.
Yeah, you're like, what? Tell me something?
I was like, this seems odd, ex-girlfriend movie or something. He's like, no. We're watching this if you don't know what this is.
Now, 37 minutes later?
Like, yeah, like, not even halfway into the movie, like, I would say 10 minutes.
Nice!
Once you get the story going.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I was like, so this is a never-ending story kind of movie. He's like, in a way, but it gets better. And then 10 minutes in, it's like, okay, I'm now invested. So yeah, simple plot.
See.
Which kid in bed and grandpa reads a story to him.
There you go. There you go.
Alright, now what's the simple plot of Princess Bride?
Hey, Fanboy Wesley goes away, comes back, for his girlfriend. Or, no.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I picked that one pretty good.
I think that was the first time you bluffed one of these.
Yes. Excuse me. Idiot.
So, we have Buttercup is basically the main role.
Yeah.
And she meets a farm boy named Leslie, and they fall madly in love with each other. But Leslie, being a farm boy, can't afford to do a marriage, so he goes off. And then she finds out that the Red Pirate Roberts found his ship, and usually that means he's dead. And she was devastated. Meanwhile, the Prince of the Land picks her as basically a power couple.
Yeah.
Because she's like, everyone loves Buttercup, so...
Hey, they love her? They're gonna love me if I marry her.
Yeah, and then they're gonna get really angry when she dies, and I blame it on the other country we hate. Because I want to start a war for some reason that's never declared.
Yeah, that maybe explains why he wants...
Yeah, it never explains why he wants to start a war, other than I think he wants to conquer.
Yeah, more.
Yeah. So I was like, if I wipe them out, then I get their lands and I rule the world.
Yeah.
That's the simple plot in my mind.
Yeah, no.
And normally we go through the story beats here, but this is a movie I was like, you really should see, so I don't want to really ruin all the story moments.
No, this is one we really don't want to spoil, because
Yeah.
if you see it for the first time...
For, like, how could you, like, how could you go this long without seeing it?
Yeah, first one, but...
Yeah. But, in terms of setting, I'm surprised by you because I know you don't like the fantasy setting.
I know.
And you love this movie.
I
But this is a fantasy boy's wet dream, basically.
There you go.
We have giants, we have sword fights all over the place, we have the fire swamps, the pits of despair, and raid the castle. Like, and there's hints of magic and miracles in this, so like, what's not to love?
Yeah, I know, it being like a fantasy movie. I know, I always try to self-age.
Yeah. So, favorite characters. Let's go that route. I think we all can agree Wesley is a favorite.
Yes.
He's perfect, but he's got this... Oh, what's the word for it? Damn it. Snarkiness.
There you go.
Yeah. He's got wit and he knows it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'll just like some of the one-liners.
The one-liners he delivers, he knows what buttons to press on people.
Yeah, to really get them going. Like
Or
it's...
to manipulate them into the way he wants them to be manipulated to. Like with Vicini.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, here, I put poison in one of these cups. Can you figure out which one's the poison?
Wow, you just gave...
You gave me away everything! I was like, did I now? Hey, please explain to me. The truth is, I poisoned both cups. And I just built an immunity to the poison I used.
Very clever, right?
Yeah. Which, I was like, I'm not a smart man, but I figured that one out the first time I watched this.
Yeah.
I was like, didn't he just poison both cups? If it's his poison, he could build a tolerance to it. And then, fighting Andre the Giant! Yeah, Andre's got the strength on you.
Yeah. Both of the time, this is when Andre wasn't in the best shape.
That is fair.
This was like...
Still, though, it's friggin' Andre.
Oh, I know
the
it's
Giant.
Andre, but I loved it in this movie. Like, it's...
Yes.
Because I want to say I would have been 4? I was 3 or 4 when I actually saw this.
Okay.
Because this is how I think my sisters convinced me to see the movie. They said, like, Andre was in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's probably the biggest draw to get Billy to sit down and watch the movie.
Yeah, like me being a little kid.
Yeah.
And I mean...
Yeah. And then once it's ingrained into your little mind, you will never let it go. And Ego Montoya is also one of my favorites.
Oh, like... That quote has been used
so many times, so many places, and it suits.
Yeah, I love your comment on it.
Oh yeah, the meme I fan for is like every sentence must have a greeting, an introduction, or cause for the meeting, and set expectations.
Yeah. And this?
Oh yeah, or a connector.
There you go.
Between the two, and then expectations. And, hello, greeting. My name is Inigo Montoya. There's your introduction. You killed my father. That's how we're connected. And prepare to die. There's the expectation.
Yeah, I mean, check.
Check. And, okay, I know this is going to be hard, so we're just going to get this one out of the way. Things we don't like about the movie. This is a very hard one because we adore this movie.
Yeah, this was our childhood.
Yeah. Well, not mine. I watched this way later than I should have.
Oh, okay.
I was in my 20s when I watched this first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's why I was surprised that I watched it.
Yeah, but after I heard you watch it when you were 4, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that makes more sense because it's more. It's a weird family movie.
Yeah,
because you can sit. I would say a 4-year-old in front of this.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of gore. There's the bloody sword fight scene near the end, but I mean, that's not much.
No, that's not gore and there's blood stains.
Yeah, it's just blood stains. It's not like he's splurting blood or chopping off limbs like you see in other things these days.
Yeah.
So.
Or Adam's Family.
Or Adam's Family, yeah. No, this is pretty tame in terms of violence.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away from the dramatic action, which is an interesting spin on it. I know you're looking at me like so, like the fight with the rat. There's no blood in that fight.
No.
Other than like a flesh wound, but
yeah, like there's when he's biting.
But you still are on the edge of your seat because he could die.
Yeah. Seen that Buttercup just stood there.
Yeah. Okay, but my dislike for this movie is Buttercup isn't written really great.
No.
She's very much the damsel in distress in every scene she's in. And they try to make her standoffish with Humperdinck when, like, Wesley will come for me and I'll commit suicide if instead of marrying you. And I was like, okay, where was this when you're fighting the rats back in the fire swamps and your beloved was being attacked and you had the stick in your hand?
Yeah, she had like a huge log and she's like hit him!
Like, at least like block the bite or something. Christ, lady.
Yeah, like he was gnawing down. Was it pretty good?
Yeah. I right got a few good bites in. I was like, good thing that pig doesn't have rabies. And yeah, her standoffishness in a lot of scenes just comes off as out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But that is a very hard nitpick for this movie.
Oh yeah. Like once again, we're scraping that.
That has to be scraping the very bottom of that barrel. I was like, do you have anything that you can scrape out of the hate barrel?
I will be totally honest. Yeah.
Fair enough. Alright, things we like about the movie. Okay, where do we start?
So start.
Okay, so the first thing I like is that the kid actor that plays the grandson does a very good job of being that kid that in the video games doesn't really want to have a story read to him by his grandfather.
Yeah.
And especially not a lovey-dovey story.
Yeah, like I love Fred Savage. Like,
yeah. He did a good role as the kid.
Yeah.
And the whole, you know, when you have a kid invested whenever they're actually like, no, you're telling the story wrong. This is how it's supposed to be.
Alright, shut up.
Yeah. Yes, you're very smart now. Shut up.
I love the grandfather.
The grandfather sells this for me. I just love that scene. It's like, look, you're sick and you're getting a little too, taking the story a little too seriously. I think it's time we put it away.
I think we'll stop for today.
Yeah. No. I was like, that grandpa knows what he's doing. And then the scene, it flows very good. There's not a scene where I was like, why are we here?
Yeah, like there's no like fast like jumps or anything. It just flows.
Yeah. The only scene that throws you off is the dream sequence scene.
Oh yeah, when like everyone's booing her.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, it's a nice deke to show that the kid is actually invested in the story and paying attention. But when you already are watching the story and you're like, where's this coming from?
What the hell?
Yeah. And then you find out it's all a dream. You're like, oh, okay. Not the worst dream sequence I've ever seen, but I still didn't see the point of it myself.
Yeah, like I didn't figure out why that was put in, right?
Yeah. Just to throw you for a loop, but make sure everyone in the audience is paying attention.
Yeah.
And another thing I like is that the main villain doesn't just get a death sentence.
Yeah, you expect that, okay, he's gonna die, I'm like...
Yeah. Like, you want him to die, you think he deserves it, but the idea of, no, you live with your cowardice for the rest of your life, while I ride off into the sunset with the woman I love.
Yeah.
And the only other villain that gets his comeuppance is the one that killed Ego's father, and you definitely wanted that in death.
Yeah. Go Count Rugen.
Yep.
And he loves torturing.
Yeah. That's a good villain.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, I'm doing this as scientific research, but I'm also secretly enjoying this.
So, just be totally honest.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Alright, so final thoughts on this. This is going to be a shorter episode than we normally do, but Our final thoughts is go watch this movie.
Yeah, just go.
It is a good action comedy.
Yeah, like, good action comedy, fantasy. Like, I'll just say this: like, if you're not fans of fantasy,
No, like
you're gonna enjoy this movie.
yeah, this isn't a you need to know fantasy lore. It sets up its own lore, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Like the rats of unusual size are just in this world. They're not a fantasy creature.
No, it's not. It's not using D&D or Lord of the Rings
Or anything else, or any just basic mythology.
Yeah.
It's just, no, this is our own world, and we don't have to explain that much. Here's the fire swamps. You can kind of figure out what they're all about.
Yeah.
Not a fun place to be.
They let's say we wouldn't want to build a country home here, but quite nice.
Yeah. The trees are actually quite lovely. And yes, this movie is very quotable.
Yeah.
You can quote so much from this. And we'll finish with our favorite quote. I'm struggling on this one because there's so many, and I'm sure you are too.
I know, like... Look out, are there rocks ahead?
If they are, they'll all be dead.
No more rhymes, I need it.
Anybody want a peanut?
Now what the... We did find I found 4 horses. I thought there was 4 of us. We gotta find the lady. Hello, lady!
Yeah, I love that one for you. There's so many Wesley quotes that I like that I just can't pick one.
Yeah.
So I won't. Do you think it'll work? It'll take a miracle.
Miracle.
Miracle Max. But with that, though, we'll call the episode here. So thank you all very much for watching.
Everybody move!
Have a good one.